Coach Mean Reen. Who the heck is that? Hey, me. That's me, girl. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Mean Reen, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm on my way to the office, as usual, but I wanted to just chat it up with y'all this morning. Because I did an interview over the weekend. I did an interview on Sunday with Queen's Alchemy. If you haven't seen that interview yet, please check it out. If this is the first time you're coming across a video from me, hey girl, hey. I am your plus size fitness coach. And let me tell you a little bit about where the name Coach Mean Reen came from. Because what I notice a lot is people are like afraid to say it. Like if I pop up in someone's chat, they be like, hey coach. Like they don't want to say mean. It's I'm naming myself Mean Reen, so it's perfectly okay to say that. And the reason why the name my name is Coach Mean Reen is because I'm the coach of no excuses. So if you give me an excuse, if you tell me a reason why you can't work out or you can't fit fitness into your lifestyle, I'm going to give you a workaround. And sometimes people don't like to hear the truth. You know how they say the truth hurts? So they started calling me mean. They like, Dad, you so mean. I'm not mean. I'm actually a very nice person. Sometimes I can be nice. I'm actually a very nice person, and I'm a very caring person, and I care about people. Like I just genuinely care about people. And but when it comes to your health and it comes to your wellness and it comes to your fitness, and you're talking to me about working out, and you're like, girl, I can't work out like you, I'm gonna give you the stink face, because you're already talking about yourself in this negative way, and I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like when people count themselves out, because we are powerful, and words have power, and you're already saying you can't do something and you've never tried, or you have tried but you haven't tried it this way. You understand? Like, there's more than one way to do things, and sometimes we have to. And sometimes I had to be a little New York aggressive just now, y'all. I know that sun is probably blazing in my grill, so excuse me if it look crazy, but I gotta tell y'all this. Sometimes it just takes shifting or trying something different or trying it a new way, you know? So I do fitness classes, and during class I'm always pushing the zone gang. I'm always like, guys, you can do this. We're gonna do this. We're in this together. Push, fight. I'm always doing that. And sometimes I make you do a couple extra reps, you know? So that's kind of where the name Coach Mean Reen came from. It's and it's okay to say Mean Reen. Like, it's perfectly okay, guys. Like, don't be afraid. And it also is a conversation starter, because like, you're like, Mean Reen, who's that, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first time you saw my name, you were like, Coach Mean Reen. Who the heck is that? Hey, me, that's me, girl. I have not picked y'all up at all today, like at all. So I was pretty busy today, this morning. Now I'm about to eat lunch, so I'm going to show you guys my lunch. I didn't show you, you know what, maybe when I go back upstairs, I'll show you my quote for the day on my calendar. I didn't give you a montage this morning. It is what it is. Like, I came into work and I got right to it. Please hold. Alright, so lunch today. I hope it's hot enough. But I didn't do salad today. We got steamed broccoli and salmon. This is jerk salmon I made in the air fryer last night. Real quick, like in between class and in between work, getting off of work and class. Like, I made it in the air fryer real quick. Hi. And I got right to it, and then I was like, Then it was time for class. In that video I posted yesterday, guys, talking about class and talking about what it's all about. It's not a video to sell anything. Like, I want you to come to class. Everybody is more than welcome. But please note, my classes are mainly for women. Men can come too, yes. Men can come and definitely work out. But I want you to have that expectation that my classes are mainly for women. But definitely men can come, because I do core work that you're probably not going to do on your own. And I do lower body work that you're probably not going to do on your own. So men can definitely come as well. But, you know, when I'm in class, because I primarily have ladies, I might slip and say, come on, ladies. And that is no offense to any guys that show up. Please just note that most of the time, the only other man that's come to my class is my husband. In that class, I was like, and in that class, I was trying not to say ladies. Because he came when I did my last fit camp. Because twice a year I do a really intensive 6-week program where we have class every day. So anyway, I put that video out just so people have like a reference, and I have a reference, so when people want to know what the class is all about, I can kind of send them that and be like, this is what it is. The only thing I didn't talk about is every day of the class there's a different theme. So Monday is cardio and core, Tuesday it's cardio and upper body, Wednesday cardio lower body, Thursday it's a full body no equipment workout. But that's the day that people sweat the most, is Thursday. I'm about to eat. Let me just take a bite so y'all can see. Good. I'm so hungry, y'all. My stomach started growling like around 12:30. I do intermittent fasting and I don't normally eat till 1. My stomach started growling at 12:30. And I had sent out some emails and people started responding to the emails like 12:45. And that continued until about 1:20. So I was like, like my stomach is growling. And I'm like, I need to go eat. So I'm going to devour this food. I'm on live right now. I'm in a live chat right now. This is Supreme. Wait. Let me make it bigger so y'all can see. I'm in Supreme's live right now. Follow him on YouTube, y'all. That's Supreme Team. I'm sorry, the Supreme View on YouTube. Follow him. You know, there's a common theme. Like, you really can't judge a book by its cover. You know how they say everyone has a story? That really is true. A lot of times, I get this a lot. I get people that tell me, especially after they find out about what happened in my life, about me losing my daughter. They always say to me, I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed that you lost your daughter. I never would have guessed you went through that amount of trauma. And that's just a testament to God's blessing over my life, right? That I'm still able to like smile and I'm still able to function. But at the same time, just because someone smiles and just because someone is functioning and just because someone exudes happiness doesn't mean they're not living with pain. Doesn't mean that they don't have a story. Doesn't mean that they haven't been through a hardship. You just never know. You just never know what people have been through. And what I'm learning on my YouTube journey is I'm coming into contact with people from all over this country and all over the world that have trauma, that have dealt with things. But I knew that because of my prior job. Like I was a social worker. I told you guys in another video that I used to work in child protection. And a lot of people have the assumption that child protection, like working in that field, means that you just remove people's kids and you're a baby snatcher or whatever they believe. But really, what you are is a mobile social worker. Like most of the cases you go out on, you do not take people's children, but the family is in crisis in some way. And your job really is to help facilitate some kind of resolve within the family. Sometimes it's literally sitting the family down and being a mediator. Sometimes it's problem solving with them and helping them figure out, it's so many things. But what I came into contact a lot is with, like, once I would go out and just sit and talk with them, first of all, they would thank me. Like, I got that a lot. Like, thank you for listening and not assuming and not passing judgments. Sometimes people go into someone's home and it's not pristine and they live in a certain neighborhood and they automatically think that that person is a bad parent. But what I do and what I try to do is put myself in someone else's shoes. What would I do if I were raised differently and I wasn't raised, with certain values and stuff like that, right? Everybody isn't raised the same. Everybody doesn't come from the same background. And just because someone has some issues doesn't make them a bad person. They might make a bad choice, but it doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. Sometimes people understand me when I talk about that, and then sometimes they don't. And that's everyone's right. I can't say that. Like, that's everyone's right, but that's just not my personal view all the time. Okay? It's just not my personal view. I can separate the behavior from the person. Sometimes, like, once you realize and get to know even your own parents, guys, like, sometimes we don't know their story and we're so angry and we're holding on to anger, especially around, like, our parents and what they did or didn't do with us growing up. But we don't know their story and why they are the way that they are. Sure, as we become adults, we have a purpose and we have a responsibility to correct behavior, but sometimes some people really don't have the tools. And it's not an excuse for behavior, but, like, once you understand a little bit better, it helps you. It helps you to let go of some of the hurt and some of the anger and some of the pain that you have. And this is everything that I'm talking about is this stuff that I've learned over the years. I used to hold on to a lot of grudges. I used to get very upset about certain things, but I've learned over time that really just doesn't make any sense. Like, and it's not going to make you any better. It's not going to make you get better or be better. Generally, it's not going to benefit you in the long run. You're just going to hold on to a lot of anger, resentment, pain, hurt, and that's going to just fester into illness, into high blood pressure, and all of the other things. And just genuinely, like, you're just going to become that type of person that is quite bitter. Like, you just have all this bitterness and it brings negativity. So I've learned to let things go. Like, sometimes you got to let people go. And you got to just interact with them, civilly, but keep your distance from certain people if their energy just doesn't match yours and all they do is drain you. We talked about that in another video too, people draining you constantly. But anyway, guys, I'm headed home.
So happy poor, but when we got rich, 20 signals got crossed, when we got flipped.
Testing. We're going to start with 20 push-ups, and then we're going to get into our first circuit, Then we're going to do some more push-ups. And then we'll do our second circuit. Sound like fun? Give me 10. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, So, let me ask y'all a question. I just finished my workout, yo. Like, today's class, upper body. So, you already know it was a tough workout today. And you know, guys, like, I'm always keeping it real, right? But everything I say to you, or to the camera, but to you watching, it comes from a place of experience. Thankfully, you know, sometimes people are afraid of getting older, but the older you get, the more, well, if you learn from your mistakes, you get wiser, you get better. So everything I'm saying is something that I myself have done the legwork for. So when I talk about weight loss, when I talk about you need to move your body, when I talk about you have to work out on vacation if you want to stay consistent for the long term, when I talk about these things, I'm speaking from experience. I've done the spurts of working out consistently for a few months or even like half a year, and then going on a trip for a week and eating and having a good time, drinking up all the liquor, having a great time. And then when I come back, it takes me a month to get back on track once I get back from vacation and back into my routine. If only a month. Sometimes I never got back on track. So what I've learned is that you cannot do that. You cannot stop. And I know that's hard for people to grasp, but just think about it in your own life. Think about that time when, you know, you like, I was going hard. I've lost 80 pounds in the past. Though I lost 40 pounds in the past. I was going hard with a trainer. I was doing this. I was doing that. But you're not doing it now because there was a period where you said, all right, I got to take a break because I got a lot going on. And once I finish with whatever I got going on, I'll get back on track. And then getting back on track never happened. So my advice is always going to be, do the workout even when you got a lot going on, even when you might have some issues, like you might be going through a little pain or whatever. Find another type of workout to do so that you're not just stopping. Because for instance, if you have knee pain, you can still work out. You just can't do certain workouts. You might even have to take it to a chair and do chair workouts. But you can still move your body. Just think about this. There are people that have no use of their legs and they're in a permanent chair and they're able to still work out. They figured out a way to not make that excuse that, oh, I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't work out. So you have to think about it like that. Now, if you don't plan on being the best version of yourself, then this conversation is not for you. But for those that want to level up and stop living that same cycle over and over, I'll do it later, I'll do it when, I'll do it then, whatever you say to yourself. If you want to change that and you no longer want to live like that and you want to actually meet the best version of yourself, then you're going to take what I'm saying and you're going to get moving. You're not going to say, oh my gosh, I'm too tired. Work drained me. You're going to either figure out a way to work out. Either you're going to get up earlier in the morning and do it before you go to work, before you go to that draining behind job, or after work, you're going to do that workout. Because trust me, there's plenty of days when my behind is tired. Like, not even tired. My behind is tired. Okay? And I don't feel like doing class. I know it might not look that way when you see the clips of me in class and I look like I'm so in love with the workout. That's not always the case. Consistency does not mean that you love it every day. Consistency just means that you're disciplined to do it even on those days when you hate it. Even on those days when you don't want it. Even on those days when you are drained and tired, you still get up and you do it because you want to meet the best version of yourself. Period, point blank, end the story. I hope that you got something out of this video today. I thank you for watching. I thank you for subscribing. I thank you for supporting the channel. I'll catch you on the next one, and I'll see you later. Bye.
It's not the diamond. It's not the diamond. It's not the pearl. It's not the pearl. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. It's just that I'm that girl.